Hello. Hello.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes, sir. Now, okay.
yeah. Okay. So, any doubts still on what we have seen yesterday? Any doubts?
Yeah, I want to.
Pardon?
I have one doubt. I want to share it.
Okay, okay, you can. Yeah, yeah, share, share, yes.
Um, Please enable screen sharing for participants.
Why now?
Hmm. Are you able to see this?
Yes, yes.
Um, I just defined the sum function. So I need two inputs from user A, comma B. Uh, when I create this class and when I create this method,
Yeah, should raise. So, anyone find out the mistakes what he did, guys? That's why I told you to practice. So, thank you, Prabhagar. So, anyone? I think yesterday Piyush asked me this doubt. Anybody? What he made where he made a mistake? So what is the error? Prabhagar seems no one is responding. What is the error? Just read out the error. You will get an answer.
take two question arguments, but
That's
wait.
fine. That's fine. Okay. Takes two question argument, but three were given.
Hmm.
Okay. So
Then I will tell the. I
yeah.
will tell the.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
actually, high. You should take one variable only. Don't take AB.
Pardon?
Hmm.
In
Yes. It
high,
takes. It takes.
one variable only, one
Okay.
parameter, one attribute.
Okay. Okay. But how much he passed actually?
Yeah, two parameters. Yes, first.
Okay. So the very first mistake is it consider only one argument. Sorry, one parameter. He actually passing two arguments, 10, 5, right? So you are actually passing two argument plus one. That is totally three. That is, it says three given, but it took only two question argument. Got it? I
Hmm.
told you
Okay.
it will take one. And the last thing it says type error. So the next thing is what? When you say single argument, right?
Hmm.
When you say one argument, what it says? Type error. Why? So first error is correct. Piyush, you are correct for the first error. How about second? So you actually cut that one argument, and when you passing single argument, you actually got another error. What is that? Read out the error.
Type for unsupported operand type for plus ADC
So
algorithm.
yeah, we have seen a rule in this segment. What is that? In our very first class, we have seen a rule. So unsupported operand for
ABC. Okay, that's it's considered as system.
consider it is not a string. If it is a string, it will say str. Got it?
Okay.
So try that. I will say in a terminal, say some string, empty quotes in a string, just in a terminal. Yeah. Yes, say some empty string plus one. One. It will say str. Okay. If it is string, it will say str. But here it says ABC. What is ABC?
Class name.
Class. So you're actually trying to concatenate class with integer. Got it? Where you made a mistake now. Just sort out your mistake. What is high? What it is?
It's a method.
Is it a method?
Yeah, I defined inside the
Okay. So okay, it is a method. What is A?
Argument.
It is a parameter. Okay.
Parameter.
What it's going to receive? What A will
Input.
receive?
Input.
That is, yeah, it is obviously receive an input, but I'm asking what it is exactly. So here you are passing, right? What it is?
Integer.
Integer.
No, I need a value. So what is A going to receive?
Any integer.
Any integer? No. Here, just look your input.
Which one? This one.
Anything. You just take anything. Just tell me what A going to receive, what B going to receive. So you are set at two parameter, right? What A will get it, what B will get it. Just print it out. Tell me before itself and otherwise. So without print, tell me what it is. What A will receive.
Value.
I know the value. Obviously, it will going to receive a value. Some values. I need
10 and
exact
5.
value. Pardon?
10 and 5.
10 and 5, it says error. It takes 2 position argument, but 3 were given. So when you pass single argument, it says no error, but it move on to your block of code. Okay. So in this step, it says an error. So this is the correct word according to that. So now.
Actually, first should be self.
No, it don't what is that? So it's not should. We can. It is up to us, but for our intimation, we are kept self. I'm asking what A carries, what A receives. Self is for ourself to not to confuse with it. That's it. I'm asking what A will receive. I told you right. Specifically, I said.
Inside method. It always looking for the value inside the class. That's my goal.
Yeah, you will always looking for that. What it is? What is the value? So you're actually passing 15, right? So when I say 10,5, it refused. Got it? It throw an error. But when you pass 50, it takes. So tell me that what A receives, what B receives.
So A does not receive anything because we did not define anything for A.
Okay, then?
B will receive 15.
Okay, B will receive 15. How about A? I told you A will receive. I've demonstrated. CLS, when I say CLS dot high, see, I'm doing the same stuff what it did. Note what happened. Now it will raise an error. I said it will raise an error. It will say it takes 2 positional argument, but 1 were given. Got it? I missed something. What you did. So this is the correct way, but I made a mistake. I said if you do like that, what happened?
The class will assign to that.
what it is. What is the syntax means?
Calling that class.
I said it is not a calling. Calling is only for function. So these terms you're supposed to make, please make a note of these terms. This is so important. Okay. So this syntax is for, if I wrote the syntax for function, then you can say it is function call. But for class, I said what? It is called, it is called instantiation. Yeah, this is definition, and it is called instantiation. I said it will going to prepare a class instances. Got it? What it is? It is called
Yes. Instantiation.
instantiation. The spelling is, this is okay. Instantiation means class going to prepare its instance. So for function it is called function call. For class it is instantiation. We won't say class calling. It is called class instantiation. Okay. And then once you instantiate, what happened? Your method will receive default object, default values for its parameter, for its very first parameter. I think Shenny said we should say self. Self is not required. The first arguments matter. So whenever the first argument will receive class, what going to receive now? The first argument will receive my property, class property, right? Class own property, that is class instance, that is class attributes, class objects. You can say it's a class object, you can say class instance, you can say class attributes. So it's class own property will be received by A. Just print it out. Where is the syntax error?
Double C.
So I have instantiated my class. Now I'm going to call my method, that is hi. Got it? How many inputs I require?
Only one.
Because the first will be passed by Python itself. You don't need to worry about that. Got it? A will receive its own the input from Python. We don't need to worry about that. That is class instance. A will receive class instance. So B will be 10. Got it? Say is class instance, that is class object, and B is 10. Understand? So how you need to rewrite? So as Sennik said, self is not a mandatory name. This is for our reference. Now you will never confused, right? So previously you got confused, right? Now what is the answer? Now what will be the answer?
A is 10.
Pardon? A is 10.
B 5.
Okay. Then
Error. Because first one we don't have any self passer. Because Python, it will pass that class properties.
Python will take care of it. We don't need to worry about that. Why you are actually bothering about it? So self will be taken care by Python. We don't need to pass anything. You said A will receive 10, B will receive 5. Then what happened? It moved to inside, right?
Hmm.
Then what happened?
Oh, okay, okay. It will return 15, 1 5.
Got it?
Hmm.
Now you understand?
Okay,
So
if I want two inputs, means how can I choose it with that?
yeah,
Without any self like that default arguments.
without any self, right? So
Um,
I will explain you that. So we have to see we have to see a topic called decorator. If you see like now itself, you will get confused. Okay, just leave it as it is. I will show you that. So how to do without self. Okay, so I will demonstrate. I will demonstrate. Don't get confused. So don't confuse this. I have not done anything. I'm just demonstrating. That's it. I did without self. Okay, I did without self. Don't remember this. Just leave it. I'm just showing. Is it this is possible? Now it will be considered as a considered as what?
function.
Not a method. Got it? So it is
Hmm.
not considered as a method. It is considered as a function. We will discuss it later. Now we are actually talking about method. Okay. So he made a mistake. What he did? So A, B will receive a value. Okay. There is a no issue in it. But A will receive a class instance. B will receive value 10. Okay. While he concatenating, there is a rule applied. That what it is. Python is a strongly typed language. Okay. So that's why raise unsupported
Hyper.
operand for class ABC and integer 10.
Hmm.
Got it? That's why it raises type error because it is unsupported operand between two different data types. One is class, one is integer. Got it? So both
Hmm.
will receive. Self is purely optional. It is for our indication. Okay. So when I say A, what happened? He really confused. A going to return 10, B going to return 5. Everyone got confused, right? That's why I said please do practice. Got it?
Hmm.
So when you say self, you won't confused. So instead of A, if I say self, will you confused? No, right? So instead of A, if I say self, initially you got confused. Now how about it? So if I run, what happened? If I run this program, what will happen?
Error.
What is error?
Type error.
Hyper.
Type
Error.
error. Pardon? How type error?
Name error.
Name error. Why?
Name error. Name. A is not defined.
A is not defined. Okay. I will say self with A. Okay. Now
Name error because A
again,
plus.
again. Okay. Now
No, it will.
it will work.
No, actually, shelf is class. We cannot add
Why? What is the rule?
because unsupported operand type.
That is a message. Why? What is the reason? Just before I said the reason.
It will take the properties of
No.
that class.
What is the rule? What is that rule?
Take class name.
What is the rule? Just before I said, just before a few moments back, Python is a.
If
So you should always remember the logic why it is not happening. You need to ask you questions. So why it is not? Why it's happening? Why it is not happening? What is the reason? Here, so here it says unsupported operand. Why? What is the reason? Just before I
Python
said.
is strongly typed language.
Exactly. So Python is a strongly typed. So you can able to add or concatenate the same data type, not with a different. That's why it says an error. Now, Prabhakar said it will work. Will it work or not?
No.
Why? So
Because
now easily identify, right? So self going to return, self going to receive Python instance. That is a class
Python.
object. ABC property, right? Class
Hmm.
property. Self going to receive class property. B will receive 10. So that's why I said that is the reason we are using self. Now you understand? The same error, right? The same error, but you will easily debug. Oh, this is because of this reason. Because I'm adding self with B. Got it? So that's why I said please give a proper naming, and that's why we are kept self. So if I say A, what happened? He got confused. Got it? Because this is method, this is not a function. Understand? So everyone is clear? That's why I said please do practice. So if you that's why pre-practice. So now you won't make this mistake once again, right?
Yes.
Hope you won't repeat this mistake again. It's
Yes.
really thankful for you because whenever you're doing practice, then only you will resolve your mistakes. So hope you won't repeat this mistake. We'll move on to our topic. Okay, you can turn off it. Thank you.
Thank you.
So my screen is visible, right? Is it visible?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
So any doubts in self at all? We'll move on to next topic. Okay. So before proceeding with Ook's concept, that is inheritance. So now we are going to talk about the syntax. So that structure, the class structure. Okay. And I said this is with, and so the class doesn't contain any input, right? Now let's see. So when I don't say this, what happened? While I instantiating, I don't need to pass anything. Got it? Now class B. That's it. Okay. Uh, now we are going to talk about what it is. Okay. So in this case, when I say DAR, what will you get it? When I say DAR, what will you get it? In DAR. So you will get the certain class property that is start with underscore underscore at all. And apart from that, what will you get it from this class? When I say DAR.
With name.
Name. That's it. Name is
Say
what?
hi.
Name is what and say is I is what. So I actually define what inside my class.
Class.
No, I actually define what inside my class.
Method say hi.
Method say hi and then
Name.
variable name.
Variable.
Variable name. Got it? So actually I defined two different objects. One is a variable, one is method. Okay. So object is common for both. Now in a DAR, I will get the certain class property along with. So I will get my user defined attributes. That is what? So two user defined properties. That those are name and say hi. Got it? So I got two user defined properties. Okay, so that is name and say hi. So even after instantiation, okay, so this is before instantiation, in after instantiation. So I will mark this. So this is before instantiation or without instantiation, right? This is without instantiation. Now I'm going to say after instantiation. Or with instantiation. So here I'm instantiating my class. So this is for your understanding. See that I will disable this too. I don't want that. See, before I mean class without, or I will say without. Okay, without instantiation. This is what? This is with instantiation, right? So I'm say checking DR for both. Okay, both will return same stuff. Both will return same because I have defined my variables inside my class, not inside my method. If you define inside my method, we have to do something. Okay, but I have defined inside my class, so it will return as it is. So you will get exact thing, name and say hi. Now I will going to do the same with this method. So with this class B. Got it? With instantiation, without instantiation. Check the difference. Okay, without instantiation and with instantiation, I need to rename class ABC with B. Got it? Now see the difference. Just see the difference. While you instantiating, so what happens without instantiation, with instantiation? What happens? That is we are actually going to talk about today. What happens in without and with instantiation in this method? Because I never declare name, right? Here I never declared name. Got it? That's why in without instantiation, I'm not getting name. Understand? So in this class, I have defined name inside my class. So I got it while without instantiation. Even with instantiation also I get it. Okay. But in this case, I never declared name and I'm not getting it. Understand? Is this clear? Doubts? So if I disable this and without instantiation, I don't get names. Got it? So here also I'm not getting name. Understand? Understand or not? Hello? Am I audible?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Have you understand this? No. See that I will explain you slowly. Okay. See, class A. I'm going to say name equal to. Okay. When I say dir of A, I got name. Why? Because I have defined inside my class. When I say A dot name, we will get it. Understand this?
Yes.
So what is it, with instantiation or without instantiation? This is
Without instantiation.
without I never instantiated. I directly use it, right? Now I'm going to do that. I never declare a name. Got it? Or I will declare a name once again. When I say dir of A, I will get a name. The property is there. Got it? So the name property is there. Now I'm going to rewrite my class B. Here I'm not going to define a name. Got it? I'm not going to define a name. I'm going to say self dot. I'm going to register inside my class instance from this method. Got it? Self dot name. I'll say. Got it? Now when I say dir of B, I don't get even name also. Got it? Because I never defined. Got the difference? So here I define, here I'm not. Understand the difference? Have you understand?
Yes.
Yes. Now I'm going to instantiate it. See the difference? I'm going to instantiate it. In a class A, with instantiation, without instantiation, going to return both name. Got it? So without, I got a name. With instantiation, also I will get a name, right? Dot name will return name. Now in a B, when I say name, what happened? In a B, I don't have name, right? B dot name, what happens?
Name error.
Name error,
Type error.
type error. How name error, how type error? If B is not defined, it will say name error, but B is defined. But B is defined, so there is a no way for name error. How type error? Am I using any syntax? Sorry, am I using any operator? Am I utilizing my attribute? Am I utilizing my object? No. Then how type error? See, this is my DAR for B. Okay, I'm saying B dot name. What happens?
There's no name, so that's why it's actually a name error.
Attribute.
If no name means, will it be name error?
Type
That is my
error,
question.
sorry. Very
Type
well.
error.
Type error.
Type error. How type error? Type error will occur when object is there and you are sending, you are actually sending an insufficient inputs, or that the operation is not supported by that object. Then you will get type error. Type error is about operation. This is about declaration.
Attribute.
What is what?
Attribute.
How attribute error? Is it
Name
attribute
is
error?
not.
Name is not belongs to B, right?
To be. Yeah.
Then it is attribute error. Type object B has no attribute name. Now I'm going to instantiate it. When I instantiate, I will get it. This is called constructor. So I think which we are going to talk about today is called, the topic is called constructor. Okay. So constructor, you know what is constructor means. So whenever I'm asking the question, just relate with the real world. What is constructor means? I'm not asking you programmatically. I'm just asking meaning for the term constructor.
Sorry, before you jump to the constructor, a quick question. When you said initiation, the meaning of the initiation is that it is included as an attribute.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes. Yes, it is. So there is a relation between init and constructor. So to implement constructor in Python, we have to implement it with the help of init method. Init is predefined. Okay, as Shivram asked, so init is a part of a class object. We don't need to define. Even without define, it will be there. That because it's going to implement your constructor. Okay, what is constructor means?
Use the same.
Constructor means. I'm just asking you the meaning. That's what constructor means.
Um,
Construction.
using value from another
I said
class.
don't complicate yourself. I'm just asking you the meaning for the word constructor.
Build something.
Did it something. That's it. So you all know construction. What is construction doing? Building a block. So it's actually building, right? So that actually preparing the building, right? With the help of brick. Whenever they're adding a brick, what happens? It's keep on the constructing, right? That is that constructor. It's going to construct it. Constructor going to add something, did something, means add something or did something. You can say anything. Means the method, though we are going to implement constructor concept with the help of init method. When you say, so in our previous examples, I wrote a method. Will it, does this method call himself? We need to instantiate a call and we need to trigger the method, right? So from that instance, we need to call the method, right? Am I right?
Yes.
Whenever you said a method, we supposed to instantiate and we need to call the method explicitly. But constructor, we don't need to call it. Python will take care of it. It will call implicitly. That is what Shivaram said. It will going to did something. That is okay. This method going to did something while instantiating it. Okay. For your better understanding, I'm going to say class B def init. Got it? So when I say B, nothing happens. But when I instantiating, what happened? This method will be triggered. Got it? In this case, this method will never trigger until we have to call, right? While you installing, nothing happens. When you say hi, it is called, right? But init method will be triggered automatically when you defining it. So when you're defining init method, it will trigger automatically. So you might ask a question as Shivaram asked. So init is there in a class object. When you say der, it is there already. Yes, it is. So say class. So class C. See, init is there even if you don't define. What happened? It is, I said it is predefined method, and if you want, you can override it. So here actually I'm overriding because I need a print statement. I need to do something. Okay, if you don't define, it will take the predefined init method and it will construct if it is there in predefined. But if you want to override, you need to define it in your class. So I want to override, so I define it. Okay, now I want to add a new class name. Sorry, I need to add new object in my class while instantiating. Just assume I'm doing my project, that is student project. Okay, def init self student name. So how to register an object inside a class from method? How to do that? I want to add object into my class from method. How to do that? In a function, we are using global, right? Global. But in method, what to do? What to do? In a method, what to do? If we want to add some object into class from method, what to do? Can I say like this? A is equal to, will it work? Will it work?
Self.name.
Self dot object. Got it? Otherwise, what happens? This will be considered as a local variable. Okay. So I should say self dot. So when I say self dot student name, that is name. Okay. I'll set his mark self dot okay. I will construct this alone. I'm going to say def welcome Got it? Now, why we need a constructor? Okay, so whenever you want to prepare dynamic variables, got it? So in previous example, I have fixed my input, right? So I fixed my input, so always it will return credo. When I say abc.name, it will always return credo. And whenever you're calling a method, then only it will going to override, right? But while instantiating, that object was fixed and it is static, it will never change. But if you want a dynamic, the purpose of class is what? To create a dynamic instance, right? So I'm going to say student1. Okay, student. So in this cases, so if you don't have a init method, so I mean it will take default init, that is default init is only self contains. Okay, I said while you instantiating, this method will be triggered. Got it? So how many inputs are there in this method? How many inputs are there in this method? One input. How many parameters are there? Two parameter, right? So while you instantiating, we never passing anything because init method contains only self. Python will take care of it, so self will be receive something, right? But here it contains two. Okay, I said while you instantiating, this method will be triggered. So if I don't pass anything, what happened?
Type error.
Type error. It missing one record positional argument. Got it? Init require, because I'm overriding my constructor. So in traditional class, while you instantiating, we never pass anything. Reason is constructor is empty. Okay, here I'm actually overriding my constructor with another input, so I need to pass it from here. Okay, see, stu1, I'm going to say Piyush. Okay, and for student, I'm using the same class. I'm going to differentiate it by different input. Got it? I'm going to differentiate by different input. So DAR both will contain same, but when you say stu1 dot stu name will return Piyush and this will return Vijay. Okay, and when I say welcome, oh sorry, I made a mistake. It should be stu.name, correct? I will take this. So it is stu underscore. That's why it raises an error. Attribute error. Yeah, some more attribute. Now, what to do? I'm going to instantiate stu1 with a first student Piyush. I'm using the same class. Okay. So stu with a different Vijay. So when I print stu1 dot welcome, what happened? stu1 dot welcome, what happened? What will happen? Well, good morning.
Good morning.
Got it? Good morning, Piyush. So in stu2, see, it is same class, but I'm dynamically changing my object value. Got it? With the help of constructor. And so it says good morning Vijay, and the object was constructed during runtime. Okay, and it will be resides in temporary memory. It won't store, and it will be destroyed when you're not utilizing this object. Okay, means the club that see stu dot student name. What happened when I want to print? What will happen now? Student dot stu name. What will happen? Just remember always confusion leads to mistake. Now you are getting confused, right? Will it be Piyush or Vijay? Then what happens? Confusion leads to error. Got it? So you will get confused whether it is a Piyush or Vijay. Then what happened? I said it will leads to error. You will get confused, right?
Error.
What is the error? What is the error?
Typo.
This syntax always leads to two error. One is a name, one is what? I'm using dot. Why you are forgetting it always?
Attributed.
Please explain me why it is type error. So I will correct your mistakes if you understand wrongly.
Attribute.
Just leave the attribute. I'm asking why you said type error because I will correct your mistakes.
Because student 1, we have two values, student 1 and student 2, but they are found.
Where we having two values for STU name. So for type error, you will get type error whenever you made mistakes with operations, not with a value. So this is about inputs, right? So type error will occur when you made mistake with operation, not with a declaration. This is about declaration. So it will raise a name error when student is not there. When I say stu.1, what happened? Object student 1 is not there, so it will raise name error.
Name error.
The name is exists, then what happens? After dot, do we have? So if it is exists, it will print a value, right? If this exists, is it exist?
No.
Where it is exist? STU1 is resides in STU1 and STU2 only, not inside STU2, because I said it is constructor and it will be constructed during runtime when you instantiating. I said init method will be triggered when? When init method will be triggered? When init method triggered? When constructor will be triggered in Python? When init method will trigger?
Just while calling the class.
While
calling the class.
While calling
class.
in this class session, when we starting, you made the say such mistake. I have corrected it. When you calling a class, and I have typed that term in your machine also. Is it called class calling?
No, instantiation.
It is called
instantiation.
So what happened? This method will be triggered while you instantiating. That is this while you instantiating, right? After instantiation, then only this object was constructed. Correct? This object got constructed after instantiation, not with definition. Got it? So is this instantiation or definition? Am I using definition or instantiation? Do we have
definition?
Yeah. So do we have SU name in definition?
No.
No. Then what happened?
Error.
What is error? Name error.
Name error.
How name error? I'm not having a STU student.
No, STU name. We don't have STU.
Then what it is? Is it name? I'm kept my pointer in that segment. Still, why you are struggling to answer?
After that, it will be an attribute error.
That is what I'm asking. It says attribute error. Student object has no attribute STU name. If I kept directly inside my class, now what happened? Now what happened?
The name will be printed Shenik.
That's it. It is there. Got it. If I don't, we don't. So it will raise. It will raise
Attribute.
attribute error. Got it. It will raise attribute error because I'm taking the direct reference. So constructor, I said it will construct your object at runtime and it won't create a permanent object. It won't create object permanently inside your class. It will construct during its runtime. That's it, period. Okay. And it will be destroyed when you're not using it. When you deleting it. When you're deleting class instance, the object also destroyed. Okay. Got it? So this will be created inside my class instance, not inside my class object. It will be created as a class instance. It will be created inside while you instantiating it, and it will be destroyed if you don't using it. It won't create a permanent object. Understand? So self will create class instance object. It will be there still whenever you're using it, and whenever so when you stop using it, and it will be destroyed. Understand the difference? This is called constructor. Constructor will create class instance during runtime. It will be destroyed when you're not utilizing it. So for constructor, what we need to create, what we need to use. For constructor, what we need to use. For constructor, what we need to use. What we need to use. For constructor in Python, what we needed. What we needed. My pointer is resides in between silly or why, I don't know why. So I made mistakes in my teaching. I don't know. If you don't understand, please tell me, because here you're all here to learn. So please don't waste it. I will repeat if you don't understand. So this is up to your. So this is for your understanding. If you don't understand, please tell me, because we are in a video conference. So we are not seeing each and everyone. So I don't know. So if I see in your face, I will understand. So you're not understanding. If you don't answer me, how I understand? So whether you understand or not. So for constructor, what we need to use. My pointer is there. Still, why you are struggling it and what you want? Yes. Tell me. Init method, right? To construct, we need init method. So it will construct my class instance at runtime, and it will be destroyed when you are not utilizing it. That's it. Understand? So we have two types of constructor. As in a function, we have two types, right? Function with parameter, function without parameter. Similarly, for constructor, we have constructor without parameter, constructor with parameter. And this is constructor without parameter. And you need to hard code it. What is the difference between this and this? So here, see that I need a difference between a class with constructor, class without constructor. See, just say class A, name, credo, got it. This is class without constructor. Now this is my class with constructor. You need to tell me what is the difference. Self.name equal to the same thing. Okay, I have simply hard coded it. When I say dir of A, dir of B, tell me the difference. What is the difference between both?
It has been initiated.
Pardon?
The second one.
Second one?
Initiation has been performed.
initiation has been performed. No? We kept a constructor inside. Okay, what is the difference between this and this? So when I instantiate both, see that difference. See here, name attribute is there in class B A, but it is not there in class A. Sorry, class B. Okay, it is there in class A. When I instantiate, is this still there in class A? When I instantiate class B, it is there. It is newly created inside. Now tell me the difference. When you say A dot name, you will get Credo. When you say B dot name, what happened?
Again, attribute error.
Exactly, because it is not there. When I instantiated class A and say name, Credo is there. Now,
Get the value.
okay, now you got the difference. So here, what happened? The object was permanent. Here, it is got constructed during instantiation. The object name was constructed during instantiation. Without instantiation, the object was not there. So, but after instantiation, it is there, and we can utilize it during instantiation. Got the difference? So this is the usage of constructor. So I need this object during my runtime, and if I'm not using, I don't need this. There we using constructor. Got it? Why we need a constructor? So this will reduce, again, this is for a memory efficient purpose. And what happened? The object won't be constructed. The object won't be created during definition, and it will be constructed during runtime, and it will be eliminated if you don't using it. So it will maintain your memory more efficient. Because defining a static object never needed in such case. Whenever you're not using, so it is not needed, right? So it is required whenever we need it. So it will keep your class memory efficient. That's it. That is we using constructor. Have you understand a class with constructor, without constructor? So this is class without constructor, and this is with constructor. So with constructor, create permanent object. It will reside inside my class. But with constructor will create object during runtime, during instantiation. It will create during instantiation. Otherwise, it won't be. Understand the difference?
Can you just go a little bit down how you have initiated it?
Yeah. So when I say
A Credo, it did not come. When you said B dot name, it did not come because it was not initiated.
No, it is not defined. It is not. It doesn't mean it is not. I have not created my name inside my class B. I have not defined it. That's why B dot name says error.
Yes.
Okay. And here it says because I'm instantiating. When I'm instantiating, this method will trigger and the object was constructed. Understand? Now when I say b.name, again it will say error. Because it was reside only inside my instance, class instance. Understand the difference? This is different between init and without init. That is with constructor, without constructor. Got it?
Sorry, if you go up, which is with constructor, which is without constructor?
That is init method. If your class doesn't have init, it is without constructor. A class without constructor. Here I'm doing construction. That is with the help of init method. That's it.
Okay. Thank you.
Got it? You are clear?
Yeah, Mohideen just said
Yes.
a dot name. What error message it gets?
You don't get any error message because a dot name contains a value. A dot name is there, right? A dot name is there. That is Credo.
Credo. Okay,
Do we have b dot name? Do we have b dot name? No.
No.
B dot name is not there. When we will get it? When you instantiating. Okay. So when you instantiating, what happened? This method will be triggered and will be added. Dot name will be added. Got it? Now this is we have all talked about constructor. Now we are going to the segment called constructor with parameter, constructor without parameter. So this is class without constructor, class with constructor. Got it? So this is class with constructor, class without constructor.
Sorry,
Yes.
I want to ask you.
Yes. Yes.
So
Yes.
initiation is nothing but defining a constructor. Is that right or it's wrong?
Initiation is nothing but what do you mean by initiation? So I will explain you that. So here, what do you mean by initiation? Which part you are talking about? So I will
No.
correct that. Yeah.
A constructor, as we discussed,
Yes.
constructor is nothing but initiation.
No.
Or-
Instantiation. Instantiation.
Instantiation.
Yes.
So constructor is nothing but an instantiation. Is that right?
So constructor will work when you instantiate it. Okay, it is not instantiation. It is not exactly instantiation. So whenever without constructor also you can instantiate a class, right? So constructor will call himself while you instantiating. So what happens?
Okay.
You can construct it.
Okay.
So this
Yeah,
method,
okay.
yeah, this method
So-
will be yeah. Yes.
So for constructor we need to initiation.
We need to define init method.
Init method, that is nothing but initiation. Sorry.
Yes, init method.
Correct?
Init method. Yeah. So for construction, we need init method to construct something, to do something. We can do anything if we want. Even we can apply a function call here itself. We can do anything. As Shivram said in a few moments back, he said, did something. Exactly. Construct with the help of constructor, we can do anything. We can construct, we can destroy, we can add something, we can call a function, anything we want. So it is up to while you instantiating. Okay, what you need to do while you instantiating. Say for example, I have class C, okay, and def say return welcome, okay, and when this method, so when I will get a welcome message, when will I get welcome message? When will I get welcome message?
Instantiation.
Instantiate a class, then or cls dot say. Got it? Now I'm going to do with constructor, with the help of constructor. Let's see how I'm implementing with the help of constructor. If say self return, say return welcome. I'm going to add a constructor along with it. So here what I'm saying, I'm utilizing this part inside my constructor. That is self dot say. I'm calling my method inside. That's it. Period. So when you say instantiation, see the difference. When I instantiating, what happened? This method will be triggered. Got it? So I have to say print statement. For a better understanding, I have to say print welcome. Okay, so C, nothing happens. CLS equal to or C dot say. I will get welcome. Now I'm going to rewrite with print. See that with constructor def init method self dot say. Got it? Now, so in this method without constructor, what happens? It just print my class instance. That's it, right? And I want to execute mean I have to say dot say. Here, see, I don't need to say. It will be triggered. See, I got a welcome because I kept my function call inside my constructor. That is means you can do anything, did something or do something. Not just creating a new variable. You can do function call. You can do method call. You can call your method. You can create a class instance. Did something, do something, anything. Got it? That is constructor. So it will happen while you instantiating your class. That's it. So this method will be triggered while you instantiating. That's it. Understand? So please practice. I thought to go beyond that. So I will stop here itself. Please do practice. We'll discuss in detail constructor tomorrow, and I will give you the constructor exercise along with the definition. Say there is a site called Java T Point. So here you will get a better example. So okay. So I will share you this link. So here we have a detailed documentation for constructor. So it look better. So we'll discuss in detail tomorrow. So we'll discuss in detail constructor tomorrow, but try with just please try with init method. Okay, please try with it. Please try init method. So start with it, and we'll discuss it tomorrow. Okay.
Okay.
So this is constructor without constructor. This is class with constructor. So we'll see tomorrow. Yeah. What is Sendil? Yeah, it is there. Sendil, I uploaded. You can check it. Okay. Sendil?
Yes, sir. I will verify,
Yeah,
sir.
yeah, sure. Yeah, you can look it. Okay. So we'll see tomorrow. So please, yesterday we have talked about self, and whenever you practicing, then only you will notice your mistake, right? As Prabhakaran tried today. So whenever you're practicing, you will notice your mistakes. Similarly, please do practice of constructor, then only you will realize your mistakes. Please practice. We'll discuss in detail tomorrow. Okay. We'll see tomorrow. So bye, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
You.
Thank you. Bye.